Hi Virgo, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a read for you and who, and that who could be a friend or family member, it could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, a person of interest, or it could be one side of a situation or another, okay? So do note that. This is a general read, so if you're looking for a personal read that taps into your personal energies, go to The Guided Intuitive up here or in my description box below, all right? So if you are new to my channel, welcome. Definitely welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Glad to see you. We're going to focus on you on the second half of July, okay? I do want to thank all of you that have been booking, sessions with me, whether it's coaching, whether it's beyond the read sessions, or if, it's, reads themselves, okay? So do note that. We are offering a complimentary 30-minute discovery session, which allows us some time to get to know each other a little bit better. And the reason I do that is it offers an opportunity to see where it is that you're experiencing any sort of blockages, any sort of challenge that is keeping you from where you are now to where you want to be. And that could be in a relationship, it could be it could be a business, it could be that, or just life overall. Okay, so note that if you need some help within that and you're kind of unsure how to navigate those waters, definitely book that session up here or in my description box, and we'll make a recommendation based on your personal needs, and if we're a good fit, invite you into one of our programs or packages there. Okay, all right, so let's jump into this and see what's going on for you here right now. We're going to see what's happening. Okay, I'll focus on you on one side and the other person on the other, and we'll see what wants to come up. Okay, so what did we get for you? We got the Queen of Swords coming out right away. So this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. You might be taking this on, or perhaps you've got someone around you, but the queens are all about influence, right? And so she's very what I want to say, she's very perceptive. She's a very quick thinker as well. So it's kind of like she wants to negotiate, but she will cut out things that aren't going to serve the purpose, okay, for her, okay, as it moves forward, or for the greater good. And that's what I see here. So it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. So that's interesting. I'm going to pull 3 cards. We're going to clarify this and see what else wants to come out. So it could be cutting out a person, place, or thing, or whatever's brought you to my channel. Okay. So let's take a look at. We'll clarify with 3 cards here. Wow. Okay. So what we get when we clarify, we get the Ace of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, and then we get the 6 of Cups. Wow. Okay. Very, very beautiful. This talks about manifestation. This talks about, coming to fruition, right? It talks about prosperity that's coming in your life. And of course, the next card is nothing but prosperity, but this is about wealth. It's not like a quick return. This is about long established wealth, a lot of hard work. So that's what's coming through here. So the 10 of Pentacles, and then I get the 6 of Cups, which can talk about the past. It can talk about reminiscence of the past, a past person, place, or thing. But what this is maybe thinking about really focusing on manifesting and your prosperity to create wealth for your family, and then focusing on this is like a birthing, a brand new beginning, a new birth for some of you, because it's a 6 card. It could be it's a pregnant number, so it could be birthing of something new as it pertains to what you've manifested and what is coming together here. So I do see a happy family. I do see that could be something that you're manifesting right now for some of you, and it's kind of birthing that right now. But I think that for some of you is that you're really kind of set things straight on what it is that you want in your family life, and you're birthing something new in terms of a relationship or situation that's coming in your way. So I kind of feel it's kind of that way, which is interesting. I want to find out what's important for you to remember in terms of this, because this is like you get the Ace of Pentacles, and then you get the Ten of Pentacles. You jump from 1 to 10. I mean, it's huge. I mean, there's no, I mean, if anyone can do it, Virgo can do this. So congrats for some of you. Now, also for some of you, it could be that an inspiration that this is what you want, and keeping that vision alive and birthing it right now, starting anew, or it could be something else that you're starting to actually build on top of what you've already started. So let's take a look at what's going to help you in this process. Let's take a look at what that is, okay? This is about surrendering to the magic of all and who you are, okay? And just to remind you that we all have magic in us, right? And I think you're finding the magic in you in order to create this new manifestation and this, this new prosperity in your life, especially jumping from, again, the one of just the Ace of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. You're starting to see the magic in you and what you can really make happen, right? And what you can really birth in your life, whether it's a relationship, a situation, whatever that is. Or even a business, whatever. But this is saying that even the very mundane aspects of life, just remember that you are an incredible magical being, and that's what the universe wants to let you know. You're very unique, and the worth comes from being the unique you, Virgo, that you are. Okay, so that's what wants to come into play here. All right. Anything else that wants to come through for you in terms of where you're at right now? Yeah, look at this. Wow, embracing your power. And I really feel that's what you're really doing here. You're being more discerning of who, what, and whatever it is that you bring into your life and where your energy goes, okay? So you're really stepping into and harnessing that power and the magic of who you are, right? They're just complementary cards. It just is, okay? And so it is, right? So that's what's coming through. Let's take a look at this other person on the other side, okay? Virgo, let's take a look maybe who you might have, it could be another side of a situation of some sort. Ooh, I get the Lover's card, okay? Could be done with a Gemini, all right, for some of you. And what I see coming through, this is beautiful. This is a major arcana card, and this is talking about some sort of love, some sort of union, okay? Let's clarify this further. And this is a 6 card, so it's a birthing of a new reunion. And remember, we see here that you had a 6 card of birth, of love, right? This is Cups birthing. So it could be we got a birth of something new over here, okay? Let's pull some cards to clarify the Lover's cards. So that's a major arcana for this other person over here, okay? So what does that look like? So yeah, there's a new birth, but it had to do, I actually get the 8 of Cups, and then I got the 9 of Cups, and then I've got the, okay, this is the Page of Swords, okay? This is beautiful. So what I get from this is that as it pertains to lovers, this person on this side had to walk away from something that wasn't going to be working for them. They had to make a change in their life to walk away from something that was emotionally not serving them in their life. Okay? What that did is it led them to the 9 of Cups, being satiated, being emotionally fulfilled, being very thankful, very grateful, at this point, and very happy and proud of where they're at, emotionally, okay? And then it allows them to come in and start a new beginning. And pages are about messages, right? So this is about a message of a brand new beginning, okay? And a very, it's very inspiring and very creative, okay? So this person, it could be as it relates to the Lover's card, wants a brand new beginning after walking away. But they had to walk away from something to have this new beginning. They couldn't, it just had to be done. And because it put them into that emotional fulfillment stage that was really, really important for this new beginning to happen. So you could get a message from that, or that's what seems to be coming through. They're getting like a message of a brand new beginning, okay? So this is interesting. So you're going to know more about this. Let's see what else wants to come out here. What is it that they had to really walk away from over here on this other side here? Let's take a look at what that is. Well, they had to surrender to anything that was holding them back. This is about surrendering to addictions. Now, this could be for a person, place, or thing, whatever it is. It just doesn't have to be. It could be people. It could be overworking. It could be, whatever that is. But this is about healing the addiction and actually replacing it with something, a lot more healthier, like a healthier alternative is what's coming through. So they're surrendering their addictions, and they had to walk away. They couldn't have this new beginning, right? And no wonder they feel better, right? And emotionally they feel a heck of a lot better. So that's what they were walking away from, something that was really holding them back, there. And we'll pull one more card to see what else wants to come through for them. And let's see what that is, or a couple. Let's see here. Yeah, see, what they had to do is they had to accept what was dying in their life, right? What wasn't working for them, again, some sort of addiction and in some way. And again, it could be something as simple as a limiting belief or a negative emotion, or something that needed to be to a construct or a template that was passed down, maybe by, their upbringing of some sort. And if that's the case, definitely Beyond the Read, check that out. But that's Surrendering Addictions, and it wants them to accept what is dying so they could shine on. This is helps them to really move on. And this is interesting because you know what? Who got this? There's another sign that got this. Who was? I think it was Pisces. Okay, so just kind of throwing that out. Do be sure to check your moon rising and your Venus signs as well, because you might get some little gems from that. Okay, but this is saying they needed to definitely accept what is dying, not working in their life, so they could shine their light. Okay, and now I think that's what they could do. We're gonna go back to you and find out what is the best way. Just kind of, I guess I want to find out what is the best way to move forward in this situation or in this relationship. What's the best way to move forward? Queen of Wands, okay? So we've got the Queen of Wands, and this is, moving forward with creativity, passion. She creates whatever it is that she wants to create. She's very spiritual as well, very confident. So her best way forward, and the card that I got right after that was the Ten of Swords. So this was about being very confident, and this is putting an end to things that aren't working and moving forward with confidence. So the best way forward is putting the end to something, but moving forward with confidence and with a lot of passion. Okay, wow, and this is interesting. Because what I get when I clarify that, I get the King of Wands. So you got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, and you've got an ending. So perhaps this person on this side, that something had to come to an end for them before this suitor could come on in, the King of Wands. Now you might be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, I'm just saying that. Someone who's really, really passionate too. So again, because it's almost like I see a pair coming through, but it's not until you had kind of taken on that energy and almost decided, to put something to an end for this person to show up, okay? Or for some of you, for a few of you, it could be just, putting an end to, something that that needed to come to an end, another counterpart. But I kind of feel the kind of the former that was, versus the latter here. So I do feel that that there had to be some sort of ending that had to take place. And that could be what was experienced on this side, that an ending in the relationship or situation. You had to kind of go your separate ways to take care of what was necessary, okay? But that's what I see coming through. How interesting. What is this Ten of Swords here? What is this Ten of Swords? That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What is this Ten of Swords about? The Judgment Call. Yeah, there was a judgment call that needed to be made that brought this to completion, which is the World card. Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana. Boom, 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 guys. I mean, when you clarify this is saying is that something, this is a completion, but this is about a resurrection, being resurrected, and then having the strength to be able to move forward. I mean, really having the strength. So what I feel here is that a decision had been made which changed the dynamic of the situation, but it did resurrect you and brought completion to the relationship or situation. And because of that, this is saying is that it's like the world, it came to some sort of completion. Maybe it had to do a travel of some sort, but I really feel that it created this change of creating more strength in you. And this is kind of carrying that Leo type energy, whether you have it in your chart or someone else does, but it created balance. And it allowed you to catapult to your strength, to jump into your strength here. So that's exactly what I see here. It's like this, and it could be that, again, like this other person on this other side, something had to come to complete, and allowed something, and allowed you to be resurrected on your side and allowed you to have a lot of strength to make it through. So how interesting. Wow. I'm going to see what else wants to come out in terms of what is your what is what were the blocks and difficulties? Well, yeah, what are the blocks and difficulties here? Trying to find the pathway, right? Finding out which pathway is going to serve you best. Do you stay or do you go? But because this judgment call was made, it actually went in and brought that completion, and you got strength from that. So yeah, it's kind of like the blocks was, which pathway should I go? And that was kind of stemming in the way. But that pathway, you were able to find your truth. Your truth came out. Some sort of truth came out in a relationship or situation, or you found your truth, Virgo. Note your comment below. I'd love to know. And definitely please like and subscribe. It supports my channel, so I so appreciate it. Thank you. Definitely drop a like. But this is, this is finding your truth, through you maybe being confused of which pathway that you should go. It's kind of like something came down and there became a completion, and you became stronger to know what your pathway was and what your truth forward is going to be for you. This is interesting. Wow. So that's what I see here. On this other side, what were the obstacles and difficulties? Wow. They had what came up for them was forgiveness, forgiveness. So forgiveness, and then I also got trust, right? So they could trust again, and love, trust and love again. So they had to forgive themselves, or forgive something in this, so they could, it's kind of like so they could have trust in a relationship or situation, or build that trust in love. That green is the heart chakra. That talks about love. So forgiveness had to happen, and forgiveness is really for one's self, let alone the other person. It's really for you. So they had to forgive themselves of their sort of addiction, whatever that was, and surrender to that, and then trust that they have what they need. They love and trust and love themselves, right? Because trust is also comes with that green there. So they had to learn to trust themselves, that they could love themselves enough that they didn't have to, it's kind of like by forgiving yourself, you love yourself, and yeah, so in moving forward and having the trust was really, really key for them. So that was kind of the blockages. Yeah, and they had the forgiveness was to build trust, so they could move on solid ground. I pulled this card to clarify the trust, and it really got, it's like the forgiveness was important so this person could trust moving forward and start building things on solid ground moving forward. Wow, how interesting, guys. How interesting. So what is the advice for you? What is the Love Oracle's advice for you, Virgo, in this relationship or situation? What is it? What is your love advice? Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Wow, this is beautiful. So this is just basically saying that is, for those of you that are coupled, it could be the universe saying that to you. But this is saying is that if that's that other person on your mind, this is saying that the love, look deep within your heart and feel their love, because their love is as deep as the ocean. Wow, how interesting. And advice for this other person on this other side, let's see what that is. Balance. So this is about, love is not always about just agreeing for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports each other and also challenges each other. And I really feel that there was a challenging situation here, but this is about them getting the balance that they need. It's about, creating a balance in a relationship, and the yin and the yang here. And first in oneself, and then as a third entity when two people come together, and you got that relationship. So that's interesting there. Wow. So that's what I see here. How do they, I just want to find out any sentiments that are coming out that they would like to share to you, any sentiments that are coming out. What is it basically saying? I get here that it's kind of like them, they're settling for the life they thought that they wanted, is kind of coming through here. And then I also get that what they feel is you're beautiful to them. It says you're beautiful to me. So they see you as beautiful. You know, regardless of what happened in this relationship or situation, they're changing their life. They're changing their life and going through and shedding their addictions and learning to trust and forgive themselves. But they feel they really feel you're beautiful to them. Anything that wants to come out for you, that wants to come out, let's see what this is. Wow. And what's coming through here is that I keep track of you online and I judged you too harshly. Okay, so that's what's coming through on your side to them. How beautiful. Wow. You guys gotta let me know how this resonates with you. I'm gonna pull a card for you specifically, Virgo. I want to see is you know, just kind of what is the best way for you to move forward in this situation, and in terms of what do the oracle cards, the vibe cards have to say for you? What do the oracle vibe cards have to say for you? Seeking solitude. How interesting. So we got a 33 card and it reduces to a 6. So this talks about you know, transitioning into your inner world a little bit. So seeking some solitude as it pertains to this relationship or situation. Yeah, it's like you know, if you are beginning to consciously absorb and process a lot more energy and information than you're normally, you know, you normally do. This is saying it wants you to seek, you know, solitude to replenish your energies, especially if you're energetically fatigued, okay? And it could be that comes into play when you're moody, you're irritable, you know, and you're restless, and you've got that an overload of any of those. That's when you need to seek solitude. So that's what's coming into play, and it's warning you for that. Now it reduces again to a 6, which allows you to rebirth yourself, right? So it's like it's a rebirth, it's a birthing of something new, so it allows you to kind of reset yourself and your energy, right? So slow down your energetic input if you need to, Virgo, is what's coming into play here. You know, make an appointment with yourself and relax with your healing energy. If that's meditation, getting out in nature a little bit more. But it's what it's important to have what we call psychic maintenance. Okay, so that's what it's requesting that you do right now. Okay, especially as it relates to the situation here. So I hope this resonated with you in some way, shape, or form. Please note your comments below. I'd love to know, and definitely look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, Virgo, namaste.